Think you have a good memory? Count how many times the players in white pass the basketball. The correct answer is 9 passes. But did you see the gorilla? Watch closely or you'll miss it. Did your eyes deceive you? Pizza. So good and tasty too. Whether you like this stuff deep crust or thin dish, sausage or vegan, hot or cold, I'm not sharing. Now, you may consider yourself to be a bit of a pizza expert, but let me ask you this. Do you remember what this stuff is even for? Memory. It's our brain's way of storing information, linking the past to the present. Our memories can shape the way that we see the world, yet one simple slip-up can easily fail us. If you've ever forgotten someone's name, for example, you know how awkward it can be when you have to ask them to fuck off. Did you know? There's actually 3 kinds of memory. There's short-term, which can last up to 30 seconds, long-term, which can last up to a lifetime, and there's long-term, which can last from 30 seconds to a lifetime. You've probably tested your short-term memory before if you've ever played a game of matching pairs. Try it now. I'll give you 10 seconds to remember where the strawberry and hammer cards are. Time's up. Did you get it right? I bet you did. But that's mostly because this was impossible to get wrong. Whether our memories are good, bad, or boring, how can we be sure they ever even happened? Studies show that our memories can get severely distorted throughout time. For example, I could have sworn that Cheerios bee was holding a wet rack of ribs on the box. Memories form in the hippocampus and travel to the areas of the brain that they belong to. Other parts of your body can develop muscle memory if you repeat an activity many times. For example, once you learn how to ride a bike, it's nearly impossible to unlearn it. Lance Armstrong has been trying to forget how to cycle for 50 years, and look where that got him. Pop quiz. What is the name of the phenomenon that occurs when a temporary mental block prevents you from properly retrieving information? A. Tip of the tongue. B. Top of the tooth. C. Front of the foot. Or D. Back of the breast. Hint. It's the first one. If you struggle with remembering things, try using a mnemonic device. You can use acronyms to remember long phrases with short letters. For example, this is how I remember my mother's birthday. Whether or not this technique works for you, the best way to remember something is to not forget it. Forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it. Some of us can remember things better than others, but no one can beat those born with a photographic memory. There are less than 100 people on Earth with this ability, and I had the privilege to sit down with one of them. Meet 33-year-old Francis Ryland, who remembers every second of every day of his life. If I were to list a date from your lifetime, you would be able to recall exactly what happened that day, is that correct?
Right, that's correct.
Okay, so I'm going to test you a little bit here. What were you doing this day 5 years ago?
This day 5 years ago? I was at my home. I was watching the television, and the Lakers were on. They were playing a basketball game.
the Bucks that day, and the score? 114-90. It's hard to believe. Let's see what other historical moments Francis can recall.
May 5th, 1999.
I was at home watching television, and the LA Lakers were playing the Miami Heat. And the Lakers won in a blowout, 114-90.
January 14th.
Lakers won 114-90.
Speaking to Francis was like flipping through a historical archive. But I wanted to dig deeper than headlines and find out the most meaningful moments from his personal life.
What's your best memory?
My best memory would be me seeing my children being born.
And what's your worst?
Seeing my children getting killed.
They got killed?
You don't hear that every day. Finally, some people say that animals have a good memory. How the hell would we know that?
Gorilla inbound. Up, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4.